Kelly just did a story about somebody lying about themselves, and it was funny that she brought it up because I just saw this yesterday where a girl posted on social media. She was dating this FBI agent, and he gave her details about some of the cases he was working on and about how he was actually had been hired to kill specific people and this kind of stuff. And she couldn't believe it. And she also couldn't believe that he would tell her this. Like, you know, you would think that they would have to keep that stuff secret, right? You're an FBI agent.
Is that an enticer, though? What do? Contract killer.
Yeah, right? I don't know.
Oh, cool. Let's get dessert. I mean...
And then she found out that he was not an FBI agent.
No kidding.
Of course not. No, he was actually a truck driver. And so when he would leave, it was like he was pretending he was going out of town. And all I could think of was the movie True Romance, where Bill Paxton tries to get with, what's her name?
Oh, you mean True Lies, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking of. Yeah,
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, True Lies. I'm sorry. Tries to get with Jamie Lee Curtis, and he claims he's a secret agent and all this and trying to get her involved.
And he's the used car salesman.
Yes, that's exactly what this was. And I'm sitting here thinking, this has to happen all the time. I'm sure there are guys who try to pull crap like this all the time. And I was just curious if anybody's dealt with this because some other people started posting. Some guy told a girl that his parents own part of the Alps, and he was super rich, and that they owned part of the Alps.
Alps? Oh.
Somebody else had a PhD in engineering, and they worked at a grocery store. One guy showed this girl his 5 sports cars. The next night, he was on the news because he had been arrested for car theft. All right, so these are like these aren't
big lies.
Yeah, these are monster lies.
So, all of this sounds like something younger me would come up with for my college roommate who cheated on his girlfriend all the time. Like, dude, what you do is you tell her you were in the CIA and you had to go to this other girl's dorm because you were on an infiltration mission. You're doing it for your country, dude. She'll love you for it. Like, it just sounds like something I would make up then.
The worst thing I've ever lied about is saying I'm an outdoorsy person.
Oh, my gosh.
I love the outdoors, just because the guy you're dating likes the outdoors. Oh, boy, are you going to just be disappointed when we're like in a year-long relationship and I never want to go camping.
When my daughter was in high school, she wanted some New Orleans Saints gear. I'm like, New Orleans? What? She doesn't even like football. Turns out she liked a boy at school who was a big fan of the New Orleans Saints.
See?
Yeah, so what lie? What's the lie you were told? It doesn't have to be on this level, but I would like to hear, or maybe you made up the lie, right?
That's right.
If anybody wants to admit that, I don't know who's going to admit that, but if you want to admit you made up a lie once, we'll take that. 99 can text us or give us a call 1-800-821-9970.
If you can get on your socials, you can follow ours. We ask the same question. What's the craziest lie someone has told you either in real life or you found out on someone's social profile? You ever seen that on somebody's social where you go through and you're looking at them like, they don't really do that.
Yeah, absolutely. So
if you ever see my social saying that I love camping, just chuckle.
Guy told a girl his parents owned part of the Alps and he was super rich.
That's plausible.
Is that
Who's going to verify that?
Guy had a PhD in engineering and he was basically a stock guy at a grocery store. Guy showed off his 5 sports cars and then was later arrested for car theft. That was my favorite. Look at all my cars. Jeez.
Steve on our Facebook wall said, my supervisor is a consummate one-upper. Anything you say, he's done that and got the T-shirt. He said he broke his back in 3 places as a kid, raced dirt bikes competitively, and his dad raised hunting beagles, and he worked on race cars. I'm like, settle down, guy. You don't have to impress me. I'm nobody.
Hey, this one made me laugh. This person texted in. I said I was from Ireland and had a decent fake accent. But after many drinks, my accent turned into a poo from The Simpsons. Needless to say, I busted myself.
Jamie made a meme of me that said I was once a UFC champion, and Kyle may have won the internet today. Dad said he was going to get milk and scratchers. That was 27 years ago.
Oh,
Wow. Jay said, my kid's mom met this guy who had a villa and thousands of acres in Mexico, but yet he worked here in a warehouse for $10 an hour. And she was like, he showed me pictures.
Yeah, but dude, $10 an hour in Mexico?
Well,
I'm living the dream.
This is wild. Nikki's sister's ex was a pathological liar. He said he had 2 children, and the mom wouldn't let him see them. He would be on the phone with the mom all the time, yelling about not seeing the kids. Turns out no one was on the other end. He had no kids. He said he had 6 siblings. Turned out he was an only child. He just was lying to lie. Pathological liar.
Just for the heck of it.
That's so
He didn't
bizarre.
even need to.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. Now, this was a good one. So my dumb, stupid high school teenage self tried to convince a girl one time that I was a hydroceramic engineer. I was a dishwasher. Hydroceramic engineer.
I like it. I like it.
I once told a girl I was going into the witness protection program. I just wanted to break up with her.
Lewis is talking about himself now. At first, I thought you were reading a text.
No.
You're talking about yourself.
Whatever would have worked.
Wow. Hessler says, biggest lie I've been told is, I love you. Aw.
You know what? The first time someone tells you love them, I wish I could, you know how, on some TV shows they pause? I wish whatever moment you were in and they went, I love you. You could pause that, maybe phone a friend. Hey, she said it. What do I say back? And then you go get some options. Tell her she looks nice. That won't work. Tell her whatever. I just wish you could pause that moment.
Right.
So it's not awkward.
Brandon said, my ex used to lie about being a sane, rational person. Jeez.
Happy Thursday, Charlene.
One night I was in Syracuse, New York. This is Chuck working with a buddy, and we went out one night, and he was telling girls we were helicopter pilots. He was so stupid.
Roger said, don't worry, he's just a friend.
Oh,
man. Oh, my God.
That's worse than me lying about liking camping.
Here's one who's admitting, I said I was from Ireland. It's a fake accent. Oh, I'm sorry. I almost did it. Almost did it.
No, you did do it.
No, I didn't
50
finish
cents.
it.
You did.
He
I
gets 50
didn't
cents in the
finish
jar.
it.
50 cents.
I see. I
You
didn't
started down
Split the
that
difference.
path, my friend.
I
Split the
didn't hear
difference.
the Ireland when Kelly read the text, and after I finished
If
it,
that's the
then
case, then
remembered
I can say that's what happens when you let the hose come to town and I didn't complete the cycle.
it. If you must, Lewis. If you must.
Just using that as a point of reference.
Have you guys, truly, have you ever feigned interest in something or lied about something just because you really like the person and you wanted them to think you were into what they were into?
Yeah, NASCAR.
NASCAR, okay.
Went to a NASCAR race.
Yeah, okay.
What? Because there was a girl that liked NASCAR?
Yeah,
Okay.
because she was a friend of. My friend was going to a NASCAR race.
Uh-huh.
I was going with them, and the girl that I was supposed. This was college. I
Right.
was supposed to, go as the second date. Was a huge NASCAR fan.
You're like, how about that Jeff Gordon?
Basically, I knew 2 racers: Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt Jr. That's it.
Now, did Heather lie to you and say she was into fishing when you guys first met? Because you were such a big fisherman?
No.
She was honest right off the right.
Well, I mean, I don't know that she was into fishing. I mean, she's gone with me before.
I'm saying a lie.
I can't think of anything.
That you know of.
Unless she's been
Heather.
faking being a Cowboys fan all these
She's
years.
faking something. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Just kidding.
oh, Kelly.
Just a joke.
Man.
I'm trying to think if there's any-
Amazingly, she just texted for 25 years now. Crazy.
You're just thinking what?
I'm trying to think with Charlie, when we started dating, we were Jewish. We just had so much in common. There was no need for me to feign interest in something that he really loved because I also really loved it.
Bob said...
He's probably a bigger Buckeye fan than I am. I love the Buckeyes,
Yeah.
but he's like,
Yeah,
in.
you're okay missing a game.
I'm okay in going to bed at halftime or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
You want him to win and all
Want
that.
him to win, love the
You cheer
Buckeyes,
for him.
Ohio State grad, but
Right.
yeah, Charlie wouldn't miss a
He
minute.
he sees every play, every snap.
That's right. That's right.
Bob said the biggest lie he was told in school was that they'd have flying cars by the year 2000. Clearly, the Jetsons did not come into play.
Jeez.
Hey, Lori said, I lied to my current husband that I liked the blues when we first met. She said, but I do now like the blues, and we've been married for 12 years, so that's nice. That's
Yeah,
nice.
I mean, stuff like that. There are lies that go into that. I mean, if you lie and say you like a band, and then you actually get roped into going to see that band play, then you're like, damn.
Kind of like them.
All right, let's see. Karen went out with a guy who drove a rusty 1998 Honda Civic. On the first date, he tried to tell me he was rich and didn't have to work. Turns out he was unemployed college student. Obviously, the rusty car on its last leg was a dead giveaway. Jeez.
Derek said in high school there was this girl who was out of state that wouldn't stop talking to me, so I told her I was 9 when I was actually 15. Never heard from her again.
That's a good move.
Well played, sir. Well played.
All right, you can keep your text.
Ma'am, I'm 9 years old.
You don't do things like that.
99-700 if you want to text in the craziest lie you've been told. You can also post over on our Blitz Facebook page. Right now it's Through Fire on the Blitz. Through Fire on the Morning Blitz, 7:52 with Kelly, Lewis, and Rick. And we're still getting a lot of texts about the biggest lies you were ever told. Now, I think Doug's just playing along and making a joke here. He said, I have a friend that said he committed an elaborate murder for hire and fed the body to pigs on a hog farm. He's joking, right? He's making that up.
These days you don't know.
I'm assuming, Doug. I hope so, man. This one, however, is real. And it came from Emily. She said, my now husband told me the scar on his left shoulder was from a bar fight where he got stabbed 3 times in college. It is a gnarly scar. But it turns out, 13 years into our relationship, he informed me he fell into a refrigerator when he was younger. He's a turd.
That's the thing, though, is when you have like a cool scar or an injury and you do it in a boring way, it's like, oh, gosh, I got to really tell people I tripped off a curb and broke my ankle. That's the story.
I have done that. Yeah. I have a scar on my hand. No lie.
Yeah? From tripping off a curb?
No. From getting super excited during a football game, and I jumped up and my hand went through the ceiling fan light and cut my hand.
That's easy to believe.
So I literally was in college, and someone's like, what'd you do to your hand? I'm like, I was in a fight, and I punched through a car window. She believed it. It was not true.
That's great. This one was funny, and I've been involved in something like this before. Jay says, how about the friend that puts you in a lie that you don't know about, and then the person they lied to tries to talk to you about it, and you don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Oh, yeah, that's like in high school when you tell your mom that you're staying the night at a friend's house, but you're really going out to do something else. They call the friend's mom, and they're like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
Speaking of that, Terry said the biggest lie I was told by my ex. He was staying home to watch a movie with his sister. He ended up going out on his motorcycle that night and was killed in an accident.
Oh, dang, Terry, that's awful. Yikes.
Oh, listen to this jerk. Megan said, I dated a pathological liar in my teens, and when I broke up with him, he lied and said he had cancer, even shaved his head. He never had cancer. That's terrible.
Wild.
That's high school.
Lee said the biggest lie was the teacher saying we weren't going to carry a calculator in our pockets.
That's true.
We had a lot of guys who evidently had girls tell them they were very well endowed when they weren't. I don't know why why would you do that? I don't understand that one.
Someone said their dad convinced them as a kid that Brussels sprouts were boiled turtle heads.
Oh.
Whoa, that's weird.
It's hardcore.
Aw. And it kind of fits. I'd believe it
right?
as a kid.
Robert said my mother lied to me for 28 years about who my biological father was.
Ooh.
Good old grandma let the cat out of the bag.
Yay for Grandma.
Sean said I had a friend that was a pathological liar and ended up getting arrested for impersonating a police officer.
Oh,
Wow.
well, you went a step too far with those lies.
Certain things you can't lie.
Josh said was talking to this girl in high school. We'd been dating for 2 days. I left for vacation to Myrtle Beach, came back with about $50 worth of stuff for her, and to my best friend telling me that while I was gone, she was trying to get with him.
Oh, see? See? What happens? Man, just tell the truth. What is it? Honesty is the best policy.
It's not always the best policy.
No,
though.
it's not, is it?
You might think it is, but it's really not.